A couple of years ago with former President Kenneth Kaunda. He was still very active, but it was said by his close family and friends that towards the latter days it was a bit difficult, but he was still in very high spirits. SABC International News Editor Sophie Mokoena joins us now in the studio. Sophie, just that picture there of KK as a great teacher, but let's talk about him as a very supportive man throughout Africa's bid for liberation from colonization.
Yes, Tepiso, indeed, he played a prominent role in the liberation of the continent in general. As you are aware that he was part of those leaders who established the Organization of African Unity. I'm talking here about Mwalimu, Julius Nyerere, Haile Selassie, Kwame Nkrumah, O.R. Tambo, and many others. Therefore, he played a very important role in ensuring that the continent is able to fight colonialism and apartheid. Coming down south, he was part of the frontline states that assisted the liberation organizations around the country to be able to do its work in terms of fighting for liberation. And therefore, we can say he also contributed to the liberation of South Africa.
Now, let's just talk about the close relationship between South Africa and Zambia. We mentioned earlier on many of our liberation fighters who were hosted by Zambia as we were trying to be free from apartheid as well.
Yes, indeed, Tepiso. He was a close friend of former President Nelson Mandela, the late former President Nelson Mandela. They didn't miss any minute to engage and reflect on the role that they played in terms of the liberation of this organization. And many people who were in exile, particularly those who were in exile in Zambia, can attest to this because he was almost like a father, a teacher, a freedom fighter, and a lot was learned from him by those who were in exile. You know that as we speak, one of the houses that was the house of O.R. Tambo in Lusaka, Zambia, is still there, and it has been turned into one of the important sites in Zambia. When you visit Zambia, you can still trace back the liberation movement and what they were doing in Zambia, and he was always there to support them. That is why even when he spoke during the funeral of the late former President Mandela, his focus was Madiba, my late friend, my mentor, my colleague, my compatriot, and also a soldier that we fought the liberation on the continent with side by side.
All right, and of course we continue getting various reactions from many quarters, people who would have worked very closely with the former president of Zambia at a party regional level, at a close family friendship level, and of course politically, continental politics. We speak now to Mavu